So over to my left over here, I've got a grass edge that drops off, and there's a main channel out here. So it starts up in 2 to 3 foot of water, and then it tapers off, but that edge is in about 6 foot of water. But then the grass comes up to about 3 foot off the bottom in 8 foot of water. So what I'm doing is I'm making a long cast parallel. I'm letting it sink for about a 2 or 3 count, and then I'm putting my rod tip in the water so that I'm in contact with that chatterbait, and I'm reeling it right along the top of that grass, which in my opinion is keeping it in the strike zone. Every now and then I'll make a cast up to the bank and see if they're in shallow water. But a lot of times what I find this time of year in these pre-spawn conditions is these big females will hang out off of these edges in these places. So I've got a creek run out up here. So with this long edge and this creek run out coming to the main channel intersection, they'll hang right about there. I'm about 10 feet past it. I'll let it fall. And then, like I said, I put my rod tip in the water to where I'm reeling it right across the top of that hump and ticking that chatterbait along the top of that grass. I get a lot of reaction strikes, and I'm targeting that super focused spot that is a known staging area. So when you find these places where you got a creek run out coming in, the main channel, and then you got a grass flat, you can make a lot of dissecting casts to that area. And then once you dial in where those fish are, they'll generally be kind of in the same spots in similar areas as you work your way down through a particular body of water. But I call this fishing it upside down because I'm putting my rod down in the water so that I keep that bait at a controlled depth, and I keep it in the strike zone longer. Oh, there he is. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. So this little guy choked it right at the boat. Let me show you what I got this on. So basically, it's a olive green, shad colored Project Z chatterbait with a Yamamoto Seiko gold pearl trailer, and he hit it right at the boat. One thing I like about this type of fishing is I like fishing a fluorocarbon leader on my braid, so that when I'm fishing the rod tip in the water like this, I feel that tick 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 as the braid comes through. And then what that allows me to do is know that my lure's gotten close, and I almost always make a sweeping change with my rod tip. Sometimes I do the figure eight, but more often than not, it's just a 90-degree cut. It gives that bait that direction change, so if a fish is following it, a lot of times that's all it takes for it to eat. And that last fish I got, I did that. I made a direction change right at the last minute. That fish hit it. I like to fish a loose drag in that case because you're going to get them on a short leader, and then just apply the drag pressure with my thumb. So when I'm reeling the bait, I'm reeling it with my thumb right on the spool. That way when they hit it, I can lock it down to set the hook, but I can give some line back if I need to, if I happen to hook a big fish that close to the end of my rod.